What are you doing here?
Looking for Luca.
Is he here? Sticking around where you don't belong will be the last thing you do. Capisti?
In Mafia, the Old Country, our story is actually very grounded. It's a very kind of personal story. It's really important that those characters do feel believable. They feel like they live in that world.
No more running.
For anybody working on story-driven cinematic games, the casting process is always hugely important.
Father, so good to see you.
The actors are going to help you bring the emotions that you want the player to feel to screen.
To friendship.
We've been very lucky. We found our core characters, our central 5 or 6 characters, all just popped out from the screen as soon as we saw them.
Are you going to tell me the truth? Or are you going to accuse me of having a wild imagination like everyone else?
The first time I saw Riccardo on the screen, I had an immediate, strong instinct that this was going to be our guy. This was our Enzo.
I thought family was supposed to mean something. How can you do that to him?
I had a relationship with Enzo before Riccardo, the actor, got involved, right? Because we understand his journey in the game. I had a different idea to who Enzo was going to be. And it's really interesting to see what the actor brings to the character, because a character in a video game passes through a lot of hands, from the writers to myself as AD, to the character artists, to the animators. Everybody brings something to the character, and Enzo absolutely evolved across that process. He started as a sort of a younger guy in a way that was maybe even more naive and fresh-faced than we see him in the game.
I'm going far away from this place, Gaetano. Never coming back.
Enzo is a badass, right? Enzo is a dangerous guy. But he also has this other side to him where he's very human and approachable. He's trying to figure some of this stuff out in the same way players are as they encounter him in the game. Riccardo still has a lot of that. He has that naivety, has a quality to him and his performance.
We needed somebody very, very special for that role. And yeah, we were lucky that Riccardo came knocking.
We are trying to listen to our actors and to their ideas, because in the end it could enrich the experience that the player has while playing the game. And it's them who play the role at the end of the day, so they need to feel comfortable with what we are asking them to do.
All of the men in this room are bound by blood.
So we cast great actors for the role. Our job is to take those performances, their talent, and put it on the screen. It's not always straightforward. There is so much work and effort that goes into translating what we all take for granted, which we see every day in the nuanced actions, behaviours, movements of real people. The emotions that they convey really comes across in the detail of those performances when you see them in the game itself.
They wonder our returns. Where have you been? Nowhere. Been busy.
I think that the biggest challenge for an actor that's not used to acting in the motion capture stage is the emptiness of the motion capture stage. The actors need to be able to imagine a lot.
We are supporting them by the props, explaining what each prop means, what the set looks like, and then we are also showing them the virtual world on the screen. We are having like 2 studios, one in Brno, Czech Republic. We use this mostly for the systemic animation, for all the player locomotion, NPC locomotion, the word interaction, all the non-spoken events in the game. For the cinematics and narrative and spoken parts of the game, we are using the California 2K Games motion capture studio in Petaluma, which is really huge. This studio allows us to capture, we call it TCAP, like total capture, which means that we can record not only the body animation, but also the facial expressions and the audio of the actors.
And then you land on the ground.
Actors, they are enjoying playing and imagining the world, you know, so it's a blast to work with them, you know. They all love to do so.
My precious.
Getting the imagination out of their head may sound challenging for them. It's kind of also freedom for them, you know.
Chemistry between the actors, particularly Enzo and Isabella, has been really, really amazing. It's a real pleasure to watch.
People might talk.
And what would they say?
The way that we tie together the music and the performances and the location and all these things to produce, hopefully, a very memorable introduction into Sicily and to Enzo's experience. That's there to really make players form a relationship with the cast, you can form a relationship with the experience, I think is fantastic.
You have a name.
Enzo.
All right, Enzo. Let's go.